Hello learners, how are you? I hope you all are very fine and passing a very good time. This is Tariq Ahmed, Senior Lecturer, Department of English, Milestone College. Welcome you all on my today's online class. Learners, today I will take my class on English first paper and my topic is answering questions. For that very purpose, we have chosen a very important lesson from your English for today. We have selected Unit 8 and Lesson 4, that is Threats to Tigers of Mangrove Forest. This is one of the most important passages or lessons of your EFT, I mean English for today. And if you see board questions or some other important test questions from test papers, you will see that from these lessons, different types of questions like flowchart, with clues, without clues, summarizing have already come. So this lesson, lesson 4 of Unit 8 is very important. And today we will practice answering questions from this lesson. Dear learners, let us read the text. A vast mangrove forest shared by Bangladesh and India that is home to possibly 500 Bengal tigers is being rapidly destroyed by erosions. Do you have any idea about the word possibly? Learners, possibly means approximately. It means something which is not fixed. And erosions, you have a vocabulary. Erosions means corrosions, rising sea levels and storm surges. Storm surges means a rising of the sea as a result of storm. Is this clear, learners? I think it is clear. According to a major study by researchers at the Geological Society of London and others, the Sundarbans forest took the brunt of Super Cyclone Sida in 2007. You know, learners, in 2007, a serious cyclone attacked in Sundarbans. Brunt means a serious attack, but new satellite studies show that 71% of the forested coastline is retreating by as much as 200 meters a year. You have a vocabulary. Retreating means declining. If erosion continues at this pace, already threatened tiger populations living in the forest will be put further at risk. Coastline means coastal regions. Natalie Petrilli, one of the report's authors, said coastline retreat is evident everywhere. A continuing rate of retreat would see these parts of mangrove disappear within 50 years. So this is a very alarming news, learners, and we have a clear message that if the present retreat continues, it is very alarming, or it is a very sad news that we will disappear our mangrove forest within 50 years. Here you have vocabulary, learners. Evident means clear or noticeable. Disappear means to vanish. On the Indian side of the Sundarbans, the island which extends most into the Bay of Bengal has receded by an average of 150 meters a year, with a maximum of just over 200 meters. This would see the disappearance of the island in about 20 years. Here we have a message that the forest of the Indian side will disappear within 20 years if the present retreat continues. Here you have another two vocabularies. Extent means teach out, recede means to decrease. recede means to decrease. Is this clear, learners? I think it is very clear to you. The Sundarbans is known for vanishing island. Do you know what the word vanishing means? Vanishing means disappearing. The Sundarbans is known for vanishing islands, but the scientists said the current retreat of the mangrove forest on the southern coastline is not normal. It means that the retreat of the Sundarbans, basically on the southern coastline, is abnormal. It means abnormally coastline retreat is continuing, and it is a very sad news for us because we have a clear message that we are losing our Sundarbans very quickly. Vanishing means disappearing, islands means land mass. The causes for increasing coastline retreat other than direct anthropogenic ones. Anthropogenic means caused by human being. Include increased frequency of storm surges. Learners, here we are having the causes that are responsible for the diminishing of coastline, for the diminishing of the Sundarbans. The causes for increasing coastline retreat, other than direct anthropogenic ones, include increased frequency of storm surges, other extreme natural events, rises in the sea levels, and increased salinity, which increases the vulnerability of the mangrove forest. Vulnerability of mangrove, said Petrelli. This part of the passage is very important because there may some questions based on this part of the text. What are the causes of the coastline retreat? Then you will have the possible answers. You will have the clues of the answers from these lines. You have a vocabulary, learners. Anthropogenic means caused by human being. Salinity means degree of being saline. Vulnerability means risk of being lost. Our results indicate a rapidly retreating coastline that cannot be accounted for by the regular dynamics of the Sundarbans. Here we have a word dynamics. Learners, dynamics means progressive. Sundarbans is a progressive forest. It's a dynamic forest. Degradation is happening fast. Degradations means decay or deteriorations or ruin is happening fast, weakening this natural shield. Shield means tool for protections for India and Bangladesh. As human development thrives, the global temperature, thrive means develop. The global temperature continues to rise. Natural protections from tidal waves and cyclones is being degraded at alarming rate. The lines show that we are advancing fast, and with the advancement of our development, we are having a lot of mills and factories, and for that very cause our temperature is rising. Natural protections from tidal waves and cyclones is being degraded at an alarming rate. This will inevitably lead to species loss in this richly biodiverse part of the world if nothing is done to stop it. Here we have vocabulary. Thrive means develop. Tidal waves means large ocean wave especially caused by an underwater earthquake or volcanic eruptions. Species means loss of plants or animals. Sundarbans. The Sundarbans is a critical tiger habitat. Learners, habitat means living place. One of the only one of only a handful of remaining forest big enough to hold several hundred tigers. To lose the Sundarbans would be to move a step closer to the extinction of these majestic animals, said ZSL tiger expert Shara Christie. Here we have vocabularies. Habitat means living place, handful means little, extinction means loss, majestic means royal. Learners, the lines show that if we lose Sundarbans, we will also lose tiger, the majestic animals, the pride of our country. I think learners, you have understood what the lines say. Am I right? Yes. Dear learners, before starting answering questions, let us know some important key points regarding these questions, because this question consists of 10 marks and you should be very careful in order to get expected marks from this item. So let's know some basic or key points regarding these questions. Don't copy and paste from the text. Yes, this is very important. Learners, while we scrutinize the copy, we become very sad to see that many of the students directly cut and paste from the text. So this is very alarming. So be careful. Don't do that. Try to write of your own. Answers must be according to the questions. This is very important point. Before answering questions, you should go through the questions at least twice and try to mark the tense pattern of the questions. How is the questions? Remember, your answer must follow the questions. Your answers must be according to the questions. And if you follow the questions and if your answers are according to the questions, what would be the output? You will get tremendous marks. You will get expected marks, and that is our target. Am I right? Yes. Number 3, don't write too much. Some of the students have a false notion. They think that if they write too much, they will be given more marks. No, absolutely wrong. Your answers should have a limit. You should try to write at least 3 or 4 lines. Don't exceed this, because if you write half of the pages or 1 page, it will be very boring to the examiner and you will not be given desired or expected marks. Then make your handwriting neat and clean. Try to make your handwriting neat and clean. If you are a little bit conscious, you can do that. And if your handwriting is very neat and clean, it will attract the examiner. Then good presentations to attract the examiners. You should be very careful while answering these questions, because this question consists of 10 marks. So if you want to get 8 or 9 out of these 10 marks, you should be very careful in presenting the answers perfectly, because the examiners will be very pleased at you and he will reward you expected marks. Learners, let us practice answering questions. You have a question number A. How does a mangrove forest differ from a normal forest? What would be the answer? We can write the answer like, mangrove forest grows on coastal areas or in saline water. Trees of mangrove forest can survive in salinity and long standing water, whereas trees in normal forest cannot survive in salinity or long standing water. Dear learners, try to know how I have answered these questions, because the demand of the question is a comparative study between a mangrove forest and a normal forest. Look at question number B. What is the rate of erosion according to the new satellite studies? The answer is, according to the new satellite studies, the rate of erosion is as much as 200 meters a year. Here in these questions, we need not elaborate or discuss more, because the demand of the question is the satellite studies, and we have got the informations in the text. And according to the questions, we have started our answer. According to the new satellite studies, the rate of erosion is as much as 200 meters a year. Learners, look at the question number C. What are the anthropogenic regions of the current coastline retreat? Answer is, expansion of human development and the global temperature rise due to various pollutions are the anthropogenic regions for current coastline retreat. The demand of the questions is to focus on the regions of the current coastline retreat. I have given the answer like this. You can also write in your own way, in a different way. Look at the question number D. What makes the Sundarbans a critical tiger habitat? I have given you the answer. Rapid coastline retreat, erosions, rising sea levels, and storm surges make the Sundarbans a critical tiger habitat. Here, the demand of the questions is to focus on the regions for which tiger habitat is in critical state. So I have focused the most important causes: rapid coastline retreat, erosions, rising sea levels, and storm surges make the Sundarbans a critical tiger habitat. Is this clear, learners? I think you have understood. This is question number E, or the last questions. What factors will lead to species loss in the Sundarbans? Learners, try to catch the demand of the questions. What factors will lead to species loss in the Sundarbans? I have given you the answers. Expansion of human development, global temperature rise, degradations of natural protections from tidal waves and cyclones at alarming rate will lead to species loss in the Sundarbans. Learners, the demand of the question is to focus the factors that are responsible for the species loss in the Sundarbans, and for that very reason I have focused on the important factors. Dear learners, in this way you will try to answer the questions in your examinations, and if you just follow the questions and answer accordingly, I think you will get expected marks in your examination. My dear students, I hope you have enjoyed my today's online class. Thank you very much for staying with me. Before leaving, I must say that you have a homework, that is Rajshahi Board 2019, question number B of 1. Dear learners, you will complete the answers of the questions and submit the answers to your respective subject teachers. Thank you very much.